close. You're a bit too close for my liking. There you go. So, back to being barefaced again. Little fun fact for you all, for when I film my makeup looks, I do the intro after I filmed. Probably already guessed that. Anyway, so we are gonna delve in to what's been going on in my love life, or lack of it, should I say. Could change at some point, who knows? I don't disclose that kind of thing until I know, because, yeah. Sorry, just on Instagram. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Watch this space. But I'm going to tell you all about sort of like, not going in, because I know I said I wouldn't go into my breakup properly. I'm not going to go fully into it, but I'm going to talk about the emotions and like the aftermath, like the fallout of that, and what it's taught me, that kind of thing. So I posted on my Instagram, oh God, sort of like on my YouTube 3.0. No, wrong one. There you go. So I've got a few questions, because we're also going to talk about Tinder, which has actually done me some solids. First time I ever used Tinder, it was crap. So we're going to do our makeup. We're going to do a yellow eye look today. I've missed my creativity, battling a lot at the moment. So putting on some makeup to go absolutely nowhere and just take some cute pictures will make me feel better. Okay, it's therapy. Mind your business. So we're gonna crack into this palette again, which I got off TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop is just absolutely amazing. Look at it in all its finery. So, ow. How many times do I film and I bash myself, honestly? So, take a spectrum brush. I'm not going to talk about what I'm doing. We're just going to get into the nitty-gritty of why you have clicked on this video. So, if you didn't know, if this is the first video you clicked on, welcome. Probably a good place to start, so you kind of know with what you're dealing with. I was in a relationship with a guy for 3.5 years. Yeah. The beginning of the relationship, great, peachy, couldn't want more. Looking back, I could have asked for a lot more, but we live and we learn. And I wish, just a disclaimer, I wish nothing but the best for this person, because if you watch my channel, you know exactly who I'm on about, but if you're new, you don't, and I just don't want just to enhance that negative energy, you know, by mentioning the name. But I wish nothing but the best for them, because I'm just too mature and grown up for some people's liking, because trust me, since the breakup, I've seen people's true colours. Anyway, spilling not enough tea today. So yeah, anyway, let's get on to the eye looks, otherwise we're going to be here forever, and I need to edit it. So yeah, let's start with this shade. I'll just run that through the crease. Anyway, so yeah, basically, and then the last bit of the relationship, probably the last year, to be completely frank, was pretty crap. And we both like kind of like put up with it, and then he ended the relationship outside mine in his work van. And to be honest, I think, looking back, I probably mentally left that relationship and mentally left like existence 6 months before it ended. Did he do the biggest favour for both of us? Oh, absolutely. Because although I'm struggling, like I'm thriving on my own and away from that situation, away from that environment and stuff like that that I was brought into, and also I took myself to, you know, so yeah, this probably looks a bit wild right now, trust the process. So yeah, so that's kind of the shape of that. And then since then, which is nearly 6 months ago, I think, because it was March and we're in September now, do you know what I mean? Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to figure out who's messaging me. So yeah, so I've been on some dates. I've been in like a situationship, which is mentioned in one of my vlogs, because he was a prick. I was in that situationship for about a month, and I probably fell way too hard, way too quickly, but it's the first time that's ever happened, and it taught me, to be fair to this guy, we've had closure, we've spoken, eventually, but to be fair to this guy, he, in the beginning of it, which I know it was only a month, so I know to some people you're going to think you're an idiot. Yes, I was, but we learn from these things. So I'll go back to dating, sorry, I'm trying not to be too sporadic with what I'm saying. So went on some dates, you know, the first time I ever used Tinder, it was crap. It was so crap. So I didn't have many hopes. Actually, I've connected with some really good people that we haven't decided to go any further, but we're friends, and it's actually really nice, because it just means I've got a good kind of like community network around me where I can have a laugh and stuff like that. But like, I've been on some dates, You kiss some frogs before you meet a prince or princess, apparently. Which is something else we're going to discuss in a memento. But yeah, so most YouTubers or content creators have a list of things they want to talk about. We're just juggling what's going on in here. Anywho, met some new people, obviously, put myself out of my comfort zone. But one thing I will say, take some advice from Lily. If you're going to go on dates with people, make sure they come to your hometown, your home area, unless you know them already, because just to be safe, you know. And I feel, because of my anxiety and stuff, a lot more comfortable that way. Make it a bit more yellow, because, you know, it's not yellow enough. So yeah, make sure they come to you. And also, in my opinion, no matter who you're going on a date with, they should want to make the effort, especially in this day and age. You just never know. And make sure, like, you FaceTime them or something so you know they're actually real, or they've sent you a live photo of themselves, because trust me, I've been catfished once back in the day, before I was with my ex, and never again. So yeah. But yeah, so I went on some dates, had some nice dinners, some nice drinks. It helped me build my confidence. So it was great for an ego boost, I can't lie. So yeah, I'm gonna add like a bit of an orangey kind of shade just to kind of warm it up a little bit, so it's not so like electric. But this palette is so good. But yeah, so that's the dating kind of thing. And then kind of like I spoke to some people for a couple of weeks or whatever, but it just didn't really go anywhere. And then I met this boy. We're going to call him Tim. He's not called Tim, but you know, I respect people's privacy. So yeah, we're going to call him Tim. So, and if you watch one of my vlogs, you'll know that I called a spider in here called Tim. The feelings I have towards Tim the spider are the same feelings I have towards this person. Anyway, so basically, met Tim on Tinder. Tim's not from around here. Tim is from up north, but he was working around this area for work, obviously. So yeah, it was like when I met him, so I broke my rule for once, and I thought, you know what, he's never going to see me again. Wrong thinking, Lily. Because of the distance, we only met like twice face to face, but we FaceTimed consecutively every single day for 3 weeks before I saw him again. Calling, messaging, you name it, it was done. So obviously I felt very secure with this person. Like, he was telling me everything I wanted to hear. Like, I always make it very clear with guys or whoever I'm talking to, I suffer from mental health. Like most people do, I know, but I'm very up straight and honest. So he kind of used, like, he made me, the reason why I was so broken at the end of it was because, like, it shows why I had severe trust issues and why I never let my guard down that easily. So you learn. But yeah, oh my God, I'm loving this eye look already. So yeah, and then I see him for the last time, second and last time. And then I stay with him, and then suddenly he disappears. And he always said at the start, because I said to him, like, if anything changes, you don't feel attracted to, ironically, remember this, if you don't feel attracted to me, just tell me, like, I'm a big girl, you know, it's fine. Remember I said that, guys. And then he just goes silent, absolutely vanishes. And this is my pet peeve, this is an ick within dating, which obviously I completely forgot about after being in a relationship for 3.5 years. Like, why do people think it's necessary to ghost you? Like, have the bollocks and say, I'm not into this anymore. Like, just have the human decency. Who raised you, wolves? So yeah, and I was just like freaking out. And then one of my galleys, because I was thinking, maybe his phone's died, maybe this, maybe that, who knows? One of my galleys messaged him. It might sound petty, but I was like, you know what? My paranoia and my mental health was going like, nah. And he bloody replied to her. So I then sent him a voice note on Snapchat going, right, come on now, like, have some decency. He then replied, conversations were had, and he said in that he wasn't attracted to me anymore. So we'll go back to what I said. I said, if you'd lose attraction, that's fine. Yeah, no, babe, I agree with you. Like, if you need to be honest up front, there's no need to fuck people around and like mess with their head. And obviously I take into account like your mental health. Diddy fuck. So yeah, got got closure on that situation, but that situationship, I hate the wording that you have to use for it these days, but that situationship really kind of like taught me a lot. Also, to be fair, he was really good at the start, like, I will admit, like, he was a really good, and he is a good person, I'm sure. He just, age means nothing. He's a bit older than me, 26 this year to be exact, and I thought a bit older guy, more mature. Not always the case. Anyway, so yeah, and it happens. Like, I wish him the best, hope he's good, hope he doesn't do that and again to another person, because it can be crippling. But also, in hindsight, it wouldn't have really worked, to be honest. So that's the shape of that. I literally used 2 shades to create this look. Did I? No, that's a lie. I used 3. So we've talked about the situationship. We're then going to talk about the next stage once I've done my eyeliner and put my lashes on. These bad boys.